Hello everybody, and welcome back to Low Game. My name is Eric, and this is a Smite Arena replay. We're coming at you with post-commentary on this amazing battle that took place. Now, most of you are probably thinking, it's not Conquest, it can't be that amazing, or you're playing Guan Yu, it can't be that amazing. Well, I want you to keep some things in mind, some very specific things in mind for this replay. It is amazing, and it ends up being incredible. Now, what we want to point out to begin with is the mastery levels. Our Uller is a diamond level mastery. Cabrakan and Vulcan both have legendary. And one mastery in particular is a Wheelix, who has no masteries, but plays surprisingly well for this match. So I'm guessing she has some other stuff. Now, right off the bat, you can tell this is going to be a very good match for us, because our Anubis is still in base while we're doing camps. He's going to explain why in just a little bit. Here it comes. And nobody's there to get the mana. Or, guys, he says. You cannot select any items. So apparently our Anubis got the bug where he can't buy, which is fantastic. A great start for what promises to be a great match. I was trying to say something, but I'm like, whatever. He can figure it out. So he's going to restart the game, and he's gone. He'll come back with a golden level disadvantage at the start of this fight. At the start of this match. So, 4v5, low level. They got their lane XP first. Geb gets isolated, trapped by the ults, and then, you know, nothing we can do. I mean, we could have all gone in there and died, but as the rest of my team realized, it was best to just retreat. So I'm going to go ahead and start going for cooldown. Our Anubis came back. I'm going for cooldown, mostly just to be able to bust my heals out as fast as possible. Because my goal for this match is just to be in the middle of team fights as much as possible, to be body blocking so that their hunters and assassins can't just take out the back line. The problem, though, is that I'm a little bit weak to do that still. Alright, so we initiate a group fight while it's in our advantage, but the Wheelix gets away, try to trap Cabrakan. I back off because of the ult. No one else can finish off. Cabrakan's low. And then they got their 3 damage dealers, range damage dealers, and the rest of my team backs off. So, not a great skirmish for us. Thanatos manages to get away. Not a great skirmish for us, but, you know, at this point, nothing about this match seems all that special. We got another skirmish going on here, and we got to back off again. Felix gets away with a second life, a third life at this point. And, you know, pretty standard stuff. Nothing special. I get trapped, but hey, I got to heal, so I can get away with it. Anubis is a little far ahead for himself, and Thanatos takes a dive. I'm not sure what exactly his thought process was. I'm guessing he was thinking that we would be able to take enough of Geb's health off that he could dive in and kill, but my opinion is once he saw that Geb wasn't going to die with the execution, he should have backed off. But no big deal. I've seen worse from our Thanatos. And then, I'm not sure what their plan was up here, but Anubis and Uller were by themselves. They easily could have looked at the minimap and backed off. Uller had an escape. Anubis does not have an escape. So they just dive in on him and take him out. Alright, I always respond, I don't always respond, but I try to respond to Zablanc's ult with my own. Try and force them to back off of our backline. I figure if I'm dying instead of damage dealers, then that's better. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Everyone pretty much ends up dying, and Wheelix once more gets away. We don't have the ability to catch her and follow up. It's very much that we have to burst down, and it's just not really working for us. Cannot burst down to full health. I don't have any stuns to follow up, and my slow is pretty much irrelevant. And I don't remember if Anubis managed to get his stun in on a Wheelix. But there he goes on Bracken, get some space, and we get back in position. They have the advantage at this point, but it's still a 20-point game. Again, nothing fantastic. But just wait and see. It promises to be quite an amazing game. Trust me on this one. Alright. Another skirmish. Oh, no, this is a team battle, not a skirmish. We go back in it, Bracken gets low, we get him killed. I then try to make their backline back off, give us some space. You know, I'll take the one kill, they follow up. My team kind of scattered at that point. They come back together, but the heal's down, the CC's gone, and then they ult in, and they get some really bad kills. At that, like, once they saw me going down, they should have just let me die. But that team fight kind of set the tone for what's going to happen. So, we got a tower coming in, and you'll notice that Anubis comes in to defend, and Thanatos started to, but then he goes off, and now we got my 4 teammates on the side over there. And I'm the only one trying to take it out. Thanatos comes back in. He doesn't hit the tower at all. He just hits the creep, which isn't really what we need. He sticks around a little bit, but then he sees the team fight. And I guess he figures a 4v5 is better than a 3v5. So he goes in. I refuse to just let this tower go in, and then Uller goes down. And then Thanatos goes down. And then Geb goes down, and then Anubis goes down. Because it was a 4v5. The fight should not have been happening in the left lane. But I managed to get enough damage down on the tower that we were able to take it out, and it didn't come in. Now, should I have gone to the left lane when I saw my team going over there? Probably. Possibly. I'm not going to say probably, I'm going to say possibly. Should my team have not been in the left lane? Should I have called for a retreat in the left lane? I definitely should have called for a retreat at least. But the fight was what it was. And you'll see right there that I just left Anubis to die. The whole reason for that was because our team wasn't there, and Zablanc's ult went off, so I figured I would just retreat at least. And at that time, I didn't actually see him right there. I did not have the awareness at that point. So Anubis kind of died because he got isolated. Could I have helped him out? Yeah, probably. Another mistake. You'll also see the items I'm getting at this point are pretty much a mistake. The Rune-Forged Hammer, there's really no reason I should have gotten it. My thought was that later on, like my thought at that time was my team's doing no damage. I'm the one who's going to have to do some damage at this point, but I also need physical defense because their main damage dealers for me are their 2 hunters and their assassin. So that explains the Rune-Forged Hammer. It ends up being completely irrelevant and was the wrong buy. So Geb sees his chance, we go in for another attack. There's no wrap-up from Anubis. I'm not blaming him, it's just, it seems strange. So I don't know if it was down, I don't know if he missed it, I don't know if it was out of range. I've never played Anubis. But I know that a wrap-up probably would have gotten a confirmed kill right there. Or probably would have confirmed a kill right there. So, I love that. I love the thing about Guan Yu's spinning the blade, making him knock up immune. It is very often irrelevant. I'm trying to clear people off the back line, and as also escape. Because I'm at half health. Thanatos went to the right entrance, the rest of us went to the left, so he got isolated. And you'll see at this point, we're down by 100 points. And Anubis gets caught. There's, you know, nothing I can really do. But Uller manages to win the boxing match against LeBlanc, then Vulcan takes him out. Wheelix goes in on the left, is isolated. We gotta get the kill. I just popped my 3 because I want her to go down. She's been escaping way too much. I had to do something. Alright, so now you see I'm building the Urchin Hide, and they got the second tower coming up. So, I move in to try and get my damage down on it. I didn't see it soon enough. Anubis uses his ult, which probably saves us a lot of points there. I use mine for the follow-up. I try to get their guys to back off. I didn't even see what Vulcan did to kill Anubis there. So I went forward, I tried to push them off. When I saw that fight was happening back there, I went back, and I think Uller was the one on the right who got isolated. I moved back in. I try to block and saves Thanatos. He gets pulled in with the ult. Awilix is having a really good game at this point. Like, she's landing her abilities, she's getting the kill, she's isolating, and we're down by more than 100 points right now. So, this is a really, really, really bad match for us. There's Uller on top for us and Zablanc on top for them. And I figured, what the hell, nothing else is going on. May as well take out the camp. I tried to dash in and get the kill at the end, but Cabrakan takes it. Not that it mattered, nothing was happening with it. And at this point, you can see Cabrakan just has no respect for our team. So he goes in, his team follows up, he gets Anubis. I try to stun and make people back off, try to pop my heals. There we go. Thanatos went off to the right, couldn't save him. Alright, we got the Urchin Hide online, but that's another team fight that we lost. And we're down by 120 points now. Try to catch them, but we just have no ability to chase. Thanatos goes up there, and he manages to get Vulcan. That was a good kill that we definitely needed. But it's kind of the, is it too little too late? Uller goes down. He got jumped by Awilix and Huyi, and there was just nothing I could really do to save it. Thanatos goes up with his ult. I'm gonna let him take out Cabrakan. Then I move it into this position to follow up, so that we can take out Awilix, or so that I could at least save Thanatos and get the retreat. Anubis backs off, and we managed to win our first team fight. But we're still down by more than 100 points, and at this point, the surrender vote has started. I voted no. And the reason for that is not because at this point, I did not think we could win. At this point, I thought, this is a train wreck, we're going to die, we're losing by more and more with every fight. Uller manages to kill Awilix, but it's not happening. Uller gets the second kill on Zablanc. It's now a 3v4. Was 3v5. Vulcan misses his ult. We're sticking around here. I am trying just to absorb and eat as much damage as possible. Let my backline get some kills in. Cabrakan's getting away. Uller gets the shot again. That's 3 kills in that team fight that Uller managed to get. And look at him. He's like at full health and nearly full mana. He jumps ahead. I couldn't see what was going on, but then he gets jumped by their assassins because of respawns. So, at this point, you'll notice that I should have died. Anubis is out of position again, but he manages to back off. I did call the retreat that time. So, the item I'm building now is I'm going towards Mystical Mail. My thought process for this one is that it's going to give me the physical defense I need against their 3 primary damage dealers at this point, or what seems to be their 3 primary damage dealers. And basically, I'm trying to get in there, and I'm still thinking at this point, I got to do damage. I just got to do damage. I got to do damage. I got to put pressure on their back line. But it ends up not quite going that way. The match is now back to 100 points, but that's not a whole lot to write home about. Uller gets caught, but he manages to get back. We're punching Cabrakan. It's just a bit of a skirmish, not really a team fight yet. And they're just dancing around over there. So we're gearing up for another team fight. Cabrakan, obviously, no respect for our team. Just not even bothering using his jump the whole time. Anubis lands his ult. Uller gets the kill, though. I go in there, I stun the 2 hunters, Geb does a follow-up stun, and then we get both of them. Or no, we get Awilix and Zablanc. Hu Yi's back there. Thanatos gets Hu Yi. And Uller finishes off Vulcan. And we just got a deicide. Along with that deicide, though, is that we had a wave of creep ready to go on. I think we maybe missing one. Thanatos here does a clutch move, and he kills that creep. Must have been looking at the respawn timers, or maybe he just like thought we needed that more than anything else. So Thanatos just got us a ton of points. And this game is still looking pretty bad, but it's within 55 now. So we're making a bit of a comeback. Nothing to write home about, but it's happening. It's happening. Just you wait and see. So I ended up, instead of going with Mystical Mail, I go with Midgardian Mail. My thought process on this one was 3 of their damage dealers are relying heavily on basic attacks. Obviously, both hunters are just basic attack, monsters. Vulcan's using some of his basic attacks, but Awilix is also, strikes me as a very basic attack dependent hunter. So you see, my slow's already gone off on both of the hunters. I managed to keep them back. Our back line got a favored fight, and now we're pressing them up. So Anubis lands that. Geb lands his stun, Thanatos gets Gabrakan out, and we managed to win a team fight. I tried to save Anubis by putting pressure on, but it didn't work out that way. We got another enemy tower coming in, so at this point I'm thinking that the Midgardian Mail actually paid off quite a lot. And I'm thinking about doing some damage to the tower, but it's not worth my life. This is the 3rd enemy tower we've had to deal with. So we try to get some damage in. All the ults are down except for Uller, who's constantly up, and now mine's up, but I have no mana to do it. I get the freeze on Awilix, and we rotate around, trying to defend. I actually didn't see if the tower went. I think we got the tower down. Yeah, we must have gotten the tower down, because it would have been way different story on the points. And you can see now it's a 40-point game. And basically at the end, if it's within 20 to 50 points at the end, it's a very close match. Because once you get to 10 points, only the big creeps will take the tickets down. After every other time, for every other moment, killing any creep will get you 1 point, or take 1 point off the enemy team's ticket counter. So a lot of the strategy is sometimes just to, once they get within 10, just wait, clear their creep, let them try and engage. But eventually you do have to engage most times. So I'm now building up the Gaia Stone. I am just taking hits. Hu Yi does not scare me at all at this point. I try to get in the middle of there. Uller goes down by Vulcan. And then it's not looking good, but I managed to get out. Oh, no, I didn't. Yeah, Hu Yi gets in there. And I finish off my Gaia Stone. And at this point, I also make a realization that I should have gotten the Enfeebling Curse. I should have gotten that way, way sooner in this match. Given that there's 3 of them that are very dependent on their basic attacks. Awilix, Hu Yi, and Zablanc. And reducing their basic attacks would have made a much, much different outcome for most of these team fights. But it's a 60-point match at this point. I'm just trying to get this tower in. Nobody seems to care. 2 of them are down. Gabrakan's the only one here. Hu Yi goes forward. He dies to Anubis. And then I got Zablanc and Gabrakan on me, but I see the respawns are up, so I jump back. Call it retreat. And it's time for us to go. And that tower just put it into a 35-point game. The tower had the kill, you know. Not like I did everything. I'm not trying to take credit for that, but it ended up being a move that paid off, and it was risky, but it felt necessary. So, finally get the Enfeebling Curse, and you can see me scrambling, trying to decide what items to get, what's going to help me win. Fuck it, beats. I don't end up using them at all, but it's like, maybe the beads will be relevant at some point. So, Thanatos gets caught, he goes up, this is his ult, we jump in our saves, and Uller beats Zablanc in another boxing match. And then we manage to get a Wheelix before Anubis can go down. And look at the tickets. Look at how close this is. Oh, we get the curse. And yes, he manages to get Hui. We got a low Cabrakan. Come on, yes, Uller gets the kill. And it's a 2-point match. Next 2 kills are the only kills that matter. Possibly 3 kills. I call the retreat. Everyone's already doing it anyway, but I just want to double check. Pop in the heals, get my full beads, and then again, what items win this? What items do anything? I get the multi-potion and the power. I'm like, that might be something. So it's down to 1 kill for them. They win. We got to get 2 kills. And it's looking like there's going to be a golden moment where we have to get killed, but alright, Uller goes in on the right, we engage, Anubis gets the wrap off, he gets Hui down, his ult goes off, and then Wheelix gets caught. And just like that, from being more than 120 points behind, we come back and win the game. And that is just the most ridiculous arena I have ever played. It was a pleasure playing with these people. Would do so again in a heartbeat. And I got my first win right there. The GG's, there's the stats. Anubis had a lot of deaths that game. He just got isolated way too many times. There's the damages. Good games all around. So, will there be more Smite in the future? Absolutely.